Alrighty, y'all. Hello and welcome to the video where we're taking a look at Americans who are just baffled by what they have seen in their experience in Europe. Let's have some fun.
Going to the bathroom, we're in a little cafe, the bathroom's downstairs, this is the toilet, and whoa.
Holy smokes.
Oh, hell no. Going to the bathroom, we're in a little cafe, the bathroom's
Hold
downstairs.
up. When American traveling through Europe realizes he's not in Kansas anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a not in Kansas anymore moment. I actually agree. This is definitely different. Look, it's just an assumption. I'm assuming this is not extremely common all throughout Europe, right? Again, Europe's a big place. Maybe this is, somewhat something you'd see, but I'd say probably not that often. Sure enough, if you actually go to the comments, they tend to agree. I'm European, and I never saw toilets like that. I live in Europe, and I've never seen this in Europe. Now, I wish people were a little more specific with their comments, but I'm going to guess this is not the norm.
I actually do not know how anybody gets anything done in Italy. Any activity that you want to do here, however long it would take in America, multiply it by like 6. So you want to get a morning coffee? 4 hours. You look up from your breakfast at 2 p.m. and you got time for a 1-hour nap before your 6-hour dinner. Maybe it's just like my American brain not understanding, but like, do you guys work here? Like, do people like try and make money, or does everybody just like chill? I actually do not know how.
Damn! Now there, wow. There's a couple takes. You guys wanna weigh in on this, especially any Italians? Let's dissect this a little bit. Does anyone in Italy actually work? My guess would be probably. My other guess would be maybe their lifestyle probably, willfully and gladly isn't like yours in the U.S., right? Maybe they don't consider it getting ahead of life by working, 10-hour days, 6 days a week, like everyone's expected to in the U.S. If you don't do that, you're lazy, right? This is funny. I don't know if he's being a little rage baity or if he's just that out of touch. I don't know.
Dinner. Maybe it's just like my American.
People take long breaks, they take naps, they take long dinners. I'm sure they're not literally 6 hours long, right? I think he's definitely exaggerating, but this is hilarious. Oh my God.
Brain not understanding. But like, do you guys work here? Like, do people like try and make money, or does everybody just like chill?
Yeah, my guess is that they do make money. Maybe, every other Italian's not a millionaire, but neither is every other American or really anyone, right? Maybe they don't chase money and are constantly thinking of, money, problems, more work, right? Like, yeah, I think they're probably just living life. They probably have a decent balance. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of, statistics show people are pretty happy in Italy a lot. So I don't know, just throwing that out there. I think Lilia sums it up perfectly here. In Italy, we work to live. In America, you live to work. The arduous sentence is up to you. Yeah, well said.
American visiting Paris for the first time, I will say. As I'm walking through the streets, going for my walks, I'm just embarrassed. I'm honestly just embarrassed. I am so loudly American in every way possible. How I dress, how I look, how I talk, of course. I know the way that Parisians view Americans is very let's just say not the best way. As I'm walking through the streets, I just feel embarrassed just existing here. But I love it at the same time, and I wouldn't want it to be any other way. So I will continue to go for my walks and reach my 30,000 steps every single day here. And I know that because I track my steps on WeWord. I'm also collecting my We cards too, so add me on WeWord. As an American visiting.
All right, now this one is a little bit out there. I don't agree with that, right? My whole channel is all about discovering different countries, right? Highlighting, what some other countries do better or differently and how maybe we can learn from it or even work on applying it over here to, things that have to do with our country. So, I'm not one of those blind patriot bros that is like America's the best at everything ever in history and we're always going to be the best. You guys know I'm definitely not like that. But at the same time, I do like the U.S., right? And there's a lot to be, happy about here at the same time. So I'm not I wouldn't walk around and be humiliated that I'm an American. I think that's unhealthy, right? That's a little, whoa. That's kind of out there. I don't share that sentiment. I kind of feel bad that this guy feels like that. You can be embarrassed or, wonder a lot about certain things here. I mean, I do, right? I wonder a lot. I question a lot of things here, but I wouldn't ever say I'm like embarrassed to be an American. At the end of the day, I'm me. I was born and raised here, and certain things that other people might not like about America doesn't technically like always apply to an individual, right? If people don't like what America's done in different conflicts, what our government's done, what our president's done, all these different things, that's not directly linked to every person. Yeah, at the end of the day, learning about countries is fun, but people are people, right? And I think that's what's more valuable and, what people experience. If I go to Belgium, if I go to Germany, if I go to Croatia, if I go to wherever, at the end of the day, I'm meeting people, right? My whole theme on this channel has always been, I want us to do better here. And I also love just learning about different countries and cultures and people and whatever, right? I think at the end of the day, as Americans, and this goes for kind of every country, you should try and, you don't have to be a crazy out there loud and proud all the time, but you should, sort of be proud of your country and who you are and always strive to make it better, right? And try and do what you can. I'm still proud to be an American. I just won't blindly accept that it's the best or won't be ignorant to our problems here. And for this kid, I'm pretty sure if he just has a great time, tries to be respectful and is just himself and straight up with people, I'm pretty sure people are going to be nice to him and they're going to respect him. I don't think most people are going to just hate this guy's guts because he's American. I think he looks normal too. I don't think he screams like big ol' American. I think he's blending in decently.
What the fuck is that arrow circle? What the fuck is this? What?
Oh my God. Yo.
No! Where do I go?
That shit does look confusing, man. Roundabouts are so rare here, and then you never see roundabouts linked together. Only I know Wisconsin has some that are kind of linked together, and it's pretty sketchy, I gotta admit. This is not something that most Americans experience ever, right? They're already so rare, and then all these different roundabouts that I see in other countries that are either really big or there'll be multiple roundabouts kind of almost connected, right? And then especially if you're in the UK, as an American, you're driving on the other side, you're on the other side of the car, you're on the other side of the road. Oh my God, this would be intense. Honestly, his reaction's kind of realistic, I think. I'm crying. Why is he in distress? Because, man. Because. I don't agree with this one. See, they say America has roundabouts. I don't know why he's freaking out. Dude, America has way, 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 way less roundabouts than the UK does. Come on, dude. Just because we have roundabouts doesn't mean we have roundabouts. There's plenty of places that don't have any. There's only some outlier cities that do have more roundabouts than normal, and that's rare in the US. Not to mention our roundabouts are just different. They are different as well. And when you're in a roundabout in a different country, there's already pressure there. You're on the other side of the road, you're on the other side of the car. Dude, there's a lot more to it. I agree that maybe he shouldn't be freaking out, but it would be something that would make most people nervous. And of course, the obligatory American woman just downing water. They're on a some sort of crazy survival marathon race across the Sahara. I don't know what to tell you guys. I can't stop my fellow Americans from downing the water. I don't know. I've learned, though, this has become the telltale sign. If you're walking through whatever city in a European country, you see someone down in the water like that, yeah, you're right. It's got to be an American.
1362.
1362.
1362.
Holy crap, that is incredible, man. Yo, you can see the age on that. Although I have to say, 1362. Of course, American mind, I can't comprehend that, right? I think it looks good. Imagine like building something that's still there 700 years later. And I'm sure it's had some sort of maintenance, upkeep, maybe even mild like fixes or restoration. But I mean, dude, that is incredible, right? The bones are there. Old to us, you know, you'll go through some historic American towns and they'll be, you know, kind of bragging when it's like, oh, yeah, you see this church or this building, like this was built in 1880s. That's like ancient here in the U.S., at least to most people. Now, of course, in reality, there is stuff almost this old or as old. You know, go to like Taos, New Mexico, for example, Taos Pueblo. It's one that comes to mind. That's really old. So it does exist here, but it's just different, right? No doubt that for most people going to a European city like this and getting blasted with history, like just casually, like, oh, I was built in 1362. It would be a pretty wild experience as an American. It's just not what you're used to. Most things in Europe are older than anything in the USA. Again, for the most part, I would agree. Now, unfortunately, for most modern Americans, this is more accurate. World existed before US? What? Yeah, there's a whole world out there, even currently. Even currently, there's a whole world out there. I mean, a lot of Americans don't know that still. Can someone please explain how fruit just grows in the wild in Europe? Are these the same kind of fruit sold in supermarkets? Yo, why is this a question? Dude, first of all, this is awesome. I love seeing fruit trees, especially like orange trees and stuff. That is awesome, right? I don't know where this is. Somewhere in Europe. I think it's super cool. And unfortunately, at least near me, it's not something you rarely ever see. Now, if you go south, you'll see it, right? The southern Sunbelt states, you might see a little more of this, although I wouldn't say it happens quite a lot. I don't know how true it is. I've read that a lot of, like, I guess the U.S. as a whole, like when we plant trees, I might get this mixed up. I think that we plant male varieties like way too much, like the ratio is like way a lot. And I think it's female trees that have fruit, right? I could have that switched, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. It's one or the other. Yeah, we basically don't plant a lot of these. And I kind of wish we did. But it's just funny that they think it's wild seeing a real tree with real fruits on it and then asking, like, is this the same fruit that's sold in supermarkets? Let's just put it this way. Yeah, real food comes from the earth. I hope the fruit in supermarkets came from the earth, right? No, ma'am. Fruits grow in plastic bags, all nice and packed. Yeah, people that think like this they're cooked.
Today, and I literally lost so much weight. And let me just give you an example of what I ate one day. On Saturday, I had Dubai chocolate-covered strawberries, a snack rack from McDonald's, a bao bun, like street food bao bun, and then like 4 tequila shots.
Sounds good.
This is what I was eating like. And I come back, body tea, waist snatched. I'm so confused because if I did this here in America, I'd be looking like this.
Yeah.
Like, what is in our food? I'm so concerned. Just got back.
I don't know. I really hope we get down to it, man. This has to be like a national uprising, man. Our food, there's definitely something jacked up with the food here. Because this is like way, way too common. People that do escape and they go travel the world, you don't even have to go to Europe. You can go a lot closer, but like just anywhere you go kind of outside the U.S.'s reach, damn. People just have an amazing experience with food, and food is important, man. It's like something that's part of every day, right? You need to eat something to survive. And people just, it seems like food standards and food results, right, are just so much better in different countries. You heard she wasn't even trying to eat necessarily super strict or healthy. She was kind of splurging a little bit, and she still lost weight eating in somewhere in Europe. We don't know where. Everything here is literally fake. And they're referring to the U.S., obviously. It's sad. We need more laws on food safety like Europe. Yeah, like the Europe. Gotta love that, guys. I agree, though. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. There's something wrong. Something wrong with the food supply here. It psychs me out a little bit. It's freaky.
One thing I'll never understand about the country of Europe is how there's so many unemployed people. Like, what do you mean it's the weekend and you're just sitting here not working, not sending emails, not putting some work in? Like, I'm confused because I'm sitting here and all I can think about is work, but everybody else, they look so like happy and peaceful.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe America's just like different, but yeah, this place is not real. One thing I'll never
wow, a lot to unpack here. First of all, favorite part.
Listen about the country of Europe.
Hey, there it is. The country of Europe. Ding, ding, ding. You guys think I'm making that up? sometimes when people really think this. The country of Europe, guys. Wow. What's it like living in the country of Europe?
Many unemployed people.
And everyone's
Like, what do you mean
unemployed.
it's the weekend and you're just sitting here not working?
Dude, people don't think about work 24/7, man, in other countries. I feel so bad to see Americans stuck in this, like, man, everyone's thinking about work all the time, bro. It's like your whole identity is work, work, work. What are you doing not working? I feel like that's sad, man.
And not sending emails, not
Nope.
putting some work in. Like, I'm confused because
I don't know what to say. Work-life balance needs to be way more a priority in the U.S., and it's just way, way too rare. 98% of people work too much. They don't make enough. They're stressed out. They're always thinking of money, always thinking of work. Yeah, and then like they're literally thinking other people don't work in other countries. It's crazy, man. Of course, logical answers here. Weekend, we are not unemployed. It's the weekend. Obligatory. Europe is not a country. Just so you know, Europe is not a country. It's a collection of countries. Our work-life balance is better than America. We were born to live and not work. Wholeheartedly agree. People just have a life, elsewhere. It's a pretty good thing.
Do the buses in Italy just decide not to show up without any warning? Because that happened, and I was scared that I was going to miss my train, so I started sprinting a mile. I was drowsed in sweat. I get to the train station, and the train that the Google Maps told me to go on, I wasn't allowed on it because I needed a separate ticket. Keep in mind, I have the Europass that should cover all trains, but they're like, this one you need another upgraded ticket to go one stop. It's like 10 minutes. It's the next station, and there's like no station after that. Like that's it. And then I was like, I have the first class one. Does that count? And she's like, no. So now there's another train coming. Again, there's like no one here, so the trains aren't full. It's nighttime, very late at night. But that train is the same thing where you need an upgraded like business class ticket on top of having the Euro pass, on top of having the first class upgrade already. So I can't go on those. And she's like, you have to wait until the local one comes, which comes in like 30, 40 minutes.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm just like, what is going on? Like the trains that I was about to enter, it was empty. No one was on it. So why wouldn't they just take the passengers? I don't get it. What's going on here? Everything's always delayed too. I've noticed this. All the trains are delayed, all the buses are delayed. Sometimes the buses just don't even show up. Traveling is not for the weak. You have to kind of be like okay with everything, like not get angry. I'm just like more confused. But yeah, never travel with someone who gets angry at minor inconveniences, because then your trip would be ruined. Could you imagine dealing with someone like that with all the delays and extra fees? They would be livid.
All right, so this one, you know what? I kind of respect this. This is like a realistic kind of take and a realistic review of like just normal traveling through another country. So I actually appreciate this post. I also, great advice, right? You can't get mad about all the little details because things are just going to be weird. They're going to go wrong. That's life. I feel like that's life everywhere. God forbid a day goes perfectly. You realize once you're a grown up, that world doesn't really exist. We wish it did, but it really doesn't. There's always things that go wrong and don't make sense. It is what it is. You got to try and stay smooth through it all. So I kind of do appreciate this take. Honestly, kind of interesting. I'm kind of just as confused. If he has like what you would think he would need, like a Euro pass and then an extra ticket, and then it's still not enough. Like, I don't really understand what the hell is going on. That's why I kind of like seeing this, because if you want to pick on Americans, you want to pick on this guy, I mean, go ahead, but I actually don't know what the hell is going on. Like, I wouldn't even know how to help this guy either, right? That sounds confusing and a little bit disheartening, like, what the heck? Now, maybe it's something obvious that he messed up, or maybe the Italian public transportation that week or that night was just not good. I mean, that could be a thing as well, right? Trains in Italy are so confusing. Okay, could be. So it's not just the people in his life, it's the countries in his life that are the problem. Okay. I mean, this one's funny, like comparing it to Seattle, or really, like, yeah, we got to remember, guys, public transportation is non-existent in the U.S., and if it is there, it's usually really bad. So, not much to compare there. It's Italy. Go with the flow or give up. They don't let details get in the way of living and loving. There you go. American lean. It's still a weird thing. I just don't understand.
No.
Yo, this would freak me out. This is a different POV than we usually see.
No, this one.
Wait, there's 2 doors. Well, actually 3.
Now you're good to go.
Then what are the inside doors for? What?
Really? Where's AC?
That's funny. Yeah, I've kind of faced the reality that I'm so excited to travel to different countries, but I'm gonna try my best to just be normal and not like look like a dumb tourist. But man, I just have a feeling sometimes it's unavoidable, right? You gotta accept it. Sometimes you gotta take the L and just go with the flow. It's funny at the end there mentioning the AC. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if y'all adopted AC a little more. That'd be kind of cool. Then again, I know there's certain places or buildings that don't really need it. Like there's some more science to it. So, you know, there's they're insulated and maybe there's more airflow going on, so it's not as hot. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, if it's really hot and people are sweating inside, just get the AC.
Guys, I'm currently a study abroad student in Sorrento, Italy for the month of June. And you know, I did not expect to have really like any culture shock at all. I was like, okay, like you have to pay for your water, like the lifestyle's slower, there's no dryers, like got
water.
it, cool, like I'm fine. No, there's a lot more things and I'm low-key struggling, so let's talk about it. The number one thing I've been struggling with is that there's literally no protein here. Like y'all, I am a protein girly. Like I eat chicken, like I eat a lot of meat. And they don't put it like in any of their dishes. It's horrible. I'm like lacking so much energy. They all
no protein. Okay. Do we agree?
also have like 0 vegetables. Even at the grocery store, there's like only like zucchini and like tomatoes.
No protein, no vegetables. I wonder what they eat in Italy.
It's like only pasta.
I can't imagine.
Only carbs. Like I'm sick because I don't have nutrients. And I know I said I knew about the water, but like y'all, I miss ice in my water so bad. I haven't had it since I left. And it is so much more expensive here. Like it's way harder to stay hydrated.
Dude, it is not more expensive. We have seen cost comparisons. Eating out, groceries, all of it in Europe as a whole, especially in Italy, is not more expensive than the U.S. The U.S. is hella pricey these days.
Another thing that has like really surprised me is the use of cigarettes here. Like it'll be 9
Fair.
a.m. and they're like puffing like right there. He's smoking. Like I don't know. It's just like way less common in the U.S. I feel like now. But the boxes literally like advertise to not smoke on them, which is so different from the U.S. Like I'll show y'all. This box literally says that smoking reduces fertility, and this is I like Google translated this. Another thing that really like caught me off guard was siesta time, which in Italy is like normally from around like noon to 4. It depends on the business, but like businesses will literally just shut down in the middle of the day and it's like quiet in the streets. But like for me, it's like middle of the day. I want to go like maybe shop or something, but like all the stores will be shut down because it's like their quiet time, which is so like nice. But I don't know, it's just so different.
It is different, and I can even like, let's just be real. Let's be fair here. I could see from the outside, especially like an American perspective, when you're used to everything being open all the time, right? At least something being open. I could see it maybe even being a little bit jarring or annoying, right? But at the same time, when you find out the reason, right, like siesta time and stuff, I kind of appreciate it. I kind of get it, you know? I actually admire it. So it becomes less annoying when you realize like what it's for. But it is, you know, bizarre from this perspective. I can understand that.
The driving here is insane.
Yeah.
There's not a single stop sign or stop light, anything like that.
That's country to country. Some driving, at least when it comes to certain cities in Europe, I've seen do look wild, man, especially in like Italy, France, Greece, like different places. But then again, you know, driving is a lot different in different cities all across the world. Even some, you know, American cities. Driving to Chicago or New York, like, good luck. That is a shit show. You know, so.
In Sorrento, there only isn't like
that's
road
just how
that
it
I've
is.
seen. But like the parking, these cars are like butt to butt. They parallel park so well and honk so much. Something I did not know they did here was they separate their trash by different like compartments. I'll show y'all. This is literally in our apartment. That's where you put like wet food. That's different materials. This is like if there's like materials with food on it, and then that's paper. And they take it very seriously. Like it's respectful. You know. I mean, obviously it's not hard. It's just different. And lastly,
well, it makes sense.
men.
Ours doesn't.
Now I had a little bit of warning about this, but they just are very persistent. Honestly, it's very frustrating to me because I kind of see it as disrespectful, but like they're very touchy and like I just don't like that. Like the cat calling, the honking on the streets, like it's very normal here, and I hate it. I would like to clarify, this is my first time ever being out of the States. It's my first time leaving the country, so this is kind of like why all this is a surprise to me, but overall, it has been amazing being in a different culture and kind of like seeing these new things. I love it here, it's beautiful, and I'm so excited for the Hey guys.
Well, hopefully she has a good time. She seems kind of stressed out. Honestly, yikes. Maybe she has to head back home. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think it's great to travel, especially as Americans. A lot of Americans don't get to, so it's a privilege when you do get to. I think that's awesome. And you know what? Not everyone will like it. That is what it is, right? Different strokes, different folks. It's what makes the world go round. I'm going to cut it there. There's more of these, so I'll definitely have to do this for another video in the future. I mean, there is just plenty of examples of this, right? Especially Americans are baffled by what they find abroad. I think it's a pretty fun concept, honestly. Comments ought to be good on this one. I can't wait to see them. I hope you enjoyed. I really do appreciate you being here. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. That's going to be it. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.